Welcome to the Foxit PhantomPDF Overview Demo webinar. Thank you for spending time with us today to learn more about PhantomPDF. Award-winning Foxit PhantomPDF provides a full-featured business-ready PDF solution to view, create, edit, comment, share, secure, organize, export, OCR, and sign PDF documents and forms. Hello everyone, my name is Frank Kettenstock, VP of Marketing for Foxit. And this webinar is targeted towards new users who want to get up to speed quickly on learning how to use Foxit PhantomPDF 7. Let's get started. For today's agenda, we will spend a majority of the time on this webinar with the demo. We will cover actions such as how to scan OCR and edit hard copy documents, create and organize PDFs, annotate or comment on a PDF, initiate a shared review, edit PDFs, fill out and create interactive PDF forms, secure PDFs, and finally share information in PDF with other file formats. We will end this webinar with the questions and answer session. Please direct all questions to the questions box in the GoToWebinar software. The GoToWebinar software is typically located on the right-hand side of your screen. The questions box is located about 3/4 of the way down and can be expanded to type in questions. You can type in your questions at any time and we'll answer as many as we can at the end of the demo. PhantomPDF is available in two editions, PhantomPDF Business and PhantomPDF Standard. Each offers an extensive range of usability and power features that meets the requirements of large enterprises, small and medium-sized businesses, and consumers. For this demo, we will be using PhantomPDF Business. Many times I'm asked what's the difference between the two editions, and the best way to answer that is to visit the website. On the website, www.foxitsoftware.com, you will see the menu bar at the top. Now, in order to get to the product comparison guide for Phantom, go to the Products pull-down menu and hit either Standard or Business. It doesn't matter which one you click on. And then from there, scroll down to the PhantomPDF product comparison. After you click on that, you'll get the comparison sheet. And here you can see the different features that are available in both PhantomPDF Standard and Business. And Business is a superset of the features in PhantomPDF Standard. So for example, if one of your needs is to create industry standard PDF files, you'll see that that is available in both Standard and Business. However, if you want to create PDFA files, then you'll need the Business Edition. So as you scroll down, you'll see different features, and all of them are categorized into different sections, and you can scroll down and see which one best meets your needs. Now let's jump into the software for the demo. Before we start looking at workflows, let's first understand how to navigate PhantomPDF. PhantomPDF's toolbar is based on the Microsoft Office 2013 style design, which provides users with a familiar interface. For those of you who are unfamiliar with a ribbon is an interface which provides graphical command buttons organized into tabs based on functions. So here you see at the top of the software is our ribbon. And so here you see the Home tab, which contains a lot of the most frequently used features. Then you can go to the Convert tab, and this will help you to create PDF from different inputs and also export PDF into other file formats. The Edit tab provides functionality to edit PDF documents. The Organize tab allows you to move pages around, put things like watermarks and headers and footers in your document. The Comment or Annotation tab allows you to write notes and provide feedback to the author of the document. The View tab provides different viewing options. The Form tab helps you create an interactive PDF form. Protect does many different things. It can help you sign documents. It can also help you password protect documents. And it also helps you to secure documents using Microsoft Active Directory rights management services. The Share tab helps you do things like email a document or share with Evernote, check in and check out a SharePoint, and also do a shared review, which we'll see in a couple of moments. Then the Help tab provides you with different ways to get help, most important being to look at the user manual. When you open PhantomPDF, you will have the Start menu, okay, which you see here is the first tab, as well as I have tabs of other PDF files that I've already opened. Now, the Start tab is actually pretty important. It provides you with some good information. First, easy access to your most recently opened files. Also, how to contact support if you have a question. We have a phone number and to input a trouble ticket online. But probably one of the more important things of the Start tab is access to the PhantomPDF product tutorials. And so here are some of the most commonly used workflows have been recorded and help you click-by-click explanation of how to perform those actions. And if you hit this link right here, it'll go to our website where you'll see these and a few more tutorials which are updated periodically, regularly, and so you always have the latest and greatest information. Now let's look at the first workflow, which is dealing with hard copy documents. So say, for example, you have a hard copy document, you don't have the soft copy, and you need to update. You need to make a few changes. So what do? So obviously one option is to retype and recreate the whole document. That's pretty time consuming, and so let's look to see how PhantomPDF can help you do that. And so this is one of the two main ways in which people create PDF is to scan in an existing hard copy document. And so we have a scan button on our home page or home tab, but I'm going to go into the Convert tab where we have different buttons here to help you create a PDF. And so we're going to choose from a scanner. And here you see Foxit PhantomPDF has been able to identify, I have a low-end scanner that's attached to my laptop here, so I identified it, but it'll give me other options of other scanners that are accessible to me. I have some different options here. The most important one to think about is resolution, and here the default is 200 dpi, and you can change that to make it higher or lower. In making it higher, the good news is that the image, because when you scan a document and you get an image, would be crisper, okay, with the higher DPI or dots per inch. The side effect is that the higher the DPI, the more crisp it is, but also the bigger it is, okay, so it'll take more file space. And so you want to make a decision on trading off crispness for the size of the file. And so here I have it at 200 dpi. I'm not going to run OCR with it. I'll explain what OCR is later. So I'm not going to have this box checked, but I will try to optimize the scan and keep this box checked. So now I'll hit scan, and PhantomPDF will communicate to the scanner that I have access to. And if you hear the little motor whining in the background, it is now scanning in the image of the document that I have. Okay, so it's finished the first page, and it'll ask me if I want to continue the scan or not, because if I have more pages, it's a flatbed scanner, and so I'd have to switch out the pages. And so I do not have any more pages to scan, and so I'll get rid of that. And right now I'm not going to run OCR. Okay, so here's the scan of the first page of my document, and we'll just stop at page 1. And one of the things to take note of, as I said before, when you scan in a document, it kind of like takes a picture of it. Okay, so it's an image. So for example, if I try to select some text, it won't let me. Okay, if I try to search through this document, it won't do any searches. If I try to edit it, it won't let me do that either. Okay, and so if you just want to archive, okay, this document, and just for read-only access later, you're done. You can save this document and archive it or have it available as read-only, and there you go. If you want to provide other operations on it, like I said, like search through it or edit it or so forth, now you want to perform a second step called OCR. And OCR stands for Optical Character Recognition. And basically what it does is it looks at the image for letters, words, sentences, paragraphs, etc., and tries to convert those images of letters into actual text. Okay, and so let's do that now for this document. So I go over to OCR and I say current file, and I need to save it first. I always forget that step, so let me do a save as, and I will save it to my desktop. Okay, and I'll call it Scam. Okay, so now I go over to the OCR button and try it again. So the only input I really have to do is tell it what language it is, so it can more correctly and quickly identify, again, the letters, words, sentences, paragraphs. Okay, and I also want to make it editable, so I'll have this box checked. This is the default, and then I'll hit OK. So what you can see in the bottom right-hand corner, you see Phantom is going through the OCR process, and it cleaned it up a little bit, as well as now makes it the text or the image into text. So now if I go into select text, I can actually select the text. Then if I use the Windows clipboard, I'll hit Control C for a copy. Let's just say I open up Microsoft Word. Okay, I hit Control V, and there's the text that I have. And I can edit this just like any other text in Microsoft Word. Okay. Now let's say I want to edit this document. So I go into the Edit tab, hit Edit Text. Okay, I just point my cursor wherever I want to put in new text. Okay, let's just say I want to put in new text here. So now I can just insert new text here. And so like a word processor, it'll reformat and reflow the rest of the text to conform to the new text that I'm putting in. And so sometimes there's some hard character turns, so I can just delete those. And now I inserted my new text, and I can now have this document updated. I can save it, and I can print it out or put it online, whichever I want to do. We'll get more into editing later. Okay, but this is the process that a lot of people will go through, especially in a paperless office, where I have a form or a document that I want to not only save online, but also I want to do certain operations to it, and so therefore I not only want to scan, but I also want to OCR it afterwards. Okay, so we're finished with this document for now, and so I will close it up and don't need to save the changes. Okay, so let me go back to start. And so one of the things that we did here again is to scan an OCR or hard copy. Now let's create PDF by converting a file from another file format. And so one of the ones that we might want to convert to PDF is Microsoft Word. So here I'll open up a Word file. It's called Reptiles. And from Microsoft Office, okay, so right now I'm talking about Microsoft Word, PowerPoint, and Excel. Right within the application, I can create PDF, okay? So in the Microsoft Office applications, I will have a new tab, okay? And within this tab, I can click on Foxit Reader or Foxit PDF, and then I'm given these options here in its toolbar, okay, very similar to ours, to create a PDF or actually to create an email at the same time. And here you'll see I'll have some additional options when creating my PDF, which I might not get from exporting it from Word or another application. I can create bookmarks, I can make it a PDFA, other things that I can do here. Now let's just say you have an application that's not Word, PowerPoint, and Excel, and you want to convert it to a PDF. Well, all I need to do is have the application have a print function. So I go into print, and here you can see as I pull down my printers, there's something called the Foxit PhantomPDF printer. Now if I hit print, instead of it going to a physical printer and see pages going out, instead of doing that, it'll convert this open document into a PDF. Okay, so it doesn't matter which one of these options I use, I will get the exact same output. That's one of the great things about PDF. You always get the same output. It always looks the same. Okay, and so here's how I can create PDF from within another application. So I'll close up Word for now. I can also, within Foxit Phantom PDF, go to Convert, where I can convert from other files. Okay, I can also convert from my clipboard, right? That's Control C, Control V, right? Using the Microsoft Windows clipboard. Scanner that we looked at, or blank. I can create a blank one and then input things in later. We can also create a portfolio. We'll get to that in a few moments. Okay. So in addition, when I go from files, I get a browser and I choose what file that I want to convert. Or the last way I'll show you now, which is my favorite way, I will just take the file and drag it and drop it on top of Phantom PDF. And that action will then create a PDF from that document. And so here you see my reptiles document as a PDF. So again, I just want to emphasize, of all these different options, no matter which one I choose, I will get the same exact output. Okay? All right, so now that we learned how to create from another file format, and we looked at specifically Word. I can do that same tab that I have available in PowerPoint and Excel. Now let's look at Microsoft Outlook email. Okay, so I will open up, I'll close Phantom for a second, and I will open up my email. Okay, and so here you see a folder that I have opened called Foxit Blogs. So here's some of the blogs that we've emailed out to our email list. And again, you'll see the Foxit PDF tab within the ribbon of my Outlook application. So I'll choose that. And now I have the ability to create PDF. Now, why would I want to do that? Why do I need to create PDF from my email application or from Outlook? Well, many times at many companies, you have a size limit of how big your email Outlook box can be. And if you save too many emails or they have too many attachments and so forth, you'll hit that limit. And so archiving with Outlook can sometimes be a little difficult to search for them and so forth. And so a lot of people choose to instead archive them out to PDF. Okay, and so we'll show you how to do that. Or if I have some email that I want to share in hard copy or in soft copy, and I don't want to just forward the email, I can I might want to add comments to it or edit it or whatever. I can also export that to PDF. Okay, so a lot of different reasons why I would want this. So I can just go to the selected message and say create PDF, and it'll create a PDF for me. Let me put that on the desktop and save it. I can also output the whole folder, okay? And then I can again also support, and here is the PDF now, it's opened up. So here is that email message that I have opened, that now I have it in a PDF. So I'll close that up, okay, and go back to Outlook. And so I can also select a folder and output it to a PDF portfolio. Well, I'll have one file, but each email is separate. Okay, we'll get into portfolios in a couple of moments. I also have some advanced capabilities. Okay, I can include attachments. I can put watermarks on them, headers and footers, or put security on them right from the get-go. I also have an automatic archival option here, which I can choose what folders that I want to automatically archive. Say I want to do it every week. I want to archive, say, on a Monday morning. And so therefore, if I want to archive important email messages, I can put them in a specific folder, and it'll automatically archive them for me. Okay, so that's a pretty convenient feature. Okay, so different ways that I can create PDF from Microsoft Outlook. All right, so let me close that up now and go back to our Foxit Phantom PDF application. And so the last topic about creating PDFs is a PDF portfolio. Okay, now what a portfolio is, it's almost like Zip, but it's better, okay, where I can put together a bunch of different files together in one container. And they can be both PDF files and non-PDF files. And so if I wanted to share that, either by uploading it to the internet or an email attachment or anything like that, I can put everything all in one container. And that's a good way to organize things and to share it when you have multiple files that you want to share together. So again, in the Convert tab, it has PDF Portfolio, and I'm going to create a new blank one. Okay, so now I have this blank open space. And for those of you who don't know, Foxit's located in the San Francisco Bay Area, and San Francisco Bay Area is noted for a lot of things. Silicon Valley obviously is one where we're located, but also wine country. Okay, so say I had a friend, back east or not from the Bay Area that wanted to learn a little bit about wine, and I wanted to put a couple files together to send this person. And so one of the things that I might want to put in is a PDF. So I'm just dragging and dropping this PDF into my portfolio. And so this is the best wine buys of 2014. I also, he's thinking of maybe coming out for a trip, and so I can put an image file of some of the wineries in Napa Valley. Okay, I can put that in my portfolio. And this person, he's also thinking about making wine himself at home. So here's a home winemaker's manual, okay, and that's a Word doc. So I have a PDF, I have a JPEG, and I have a Word doc all in this PDF portfolio, and again, one container. So I can email this to him again or give him a link for him to download, and when he opens it up, you'll see these three separate files, okay, so I'm not merging it all together. There's still three separate files, however, in one container. And then he can double click on the PDF file and it'll open for him, okay, so he can read that. Then he can double click on the JPEG, okay, and then the viewer will come up with the image. And then he can double click on the Word document and he can open up the Word document, okay, within Microsoft Office. Okay, so obviously you have to have Microsoft Word in order to view this particular file in the portfolio. So again, a way to group things together and share them with other people where you got different files. It doesn't have to all be PDF. They can be non-PDF as well, but you can put it into one container. Okay, so it's a very good way to share multiple files. Okay, so now we talked a lot about creating PDF. So let's look at some other workflows, and one of the most used workflows is something called Organize. Okay, so the different capabilities with organization. And so with Organize, I can click on the Organize tab. And when I do that, you'll also see I get the thumbnail view on the left-hand side. So I can make this bigger or smaller, okay? And so it's kind of like a sorter for me, okay? So I can see all my pages in the document in a thumbnail. And so I can use either the buttons at the top, but I like to right mouse click on my thumbnail viewer here. So let's just say I wanted to move this page. So page number 6, I wanted to make page number 2. And so I can just click on it and drag and drop it. Okay, and now that's page number 2. And then I can put it back to page 6 if I would like. Okay, so I can move files around, pages around within a file, and that's a very common workflow. Let's just say I have, I want to put in 2 new PDF pages to this document. One, a map of Sonoma County wineries, and one Napa. Okay, I think that would be great to be part of this PDF to have those maps. So I can go into another PDF. I can go in the thumbnail view, and I can actually drag and drop this into the other PDF by dragging it over the tab, and now I can drop it into my viewer here. So I wanted to make this between pages 6 and 7. So I drop it, and there is the map of Sonoma Valley. And so here's my PDF of Napa Valley. I can just take that and drag and drop it as well. So I drop it right there, and now I have my 2 new pages. So you can take pages of existing PDFs and create new ones. So I can right mouse click on this, and I can duplicate the page. Okay, now I have 2 pages. And with this page, a common thing I might want to do is crop. Okay, so I want to zero in on a certain portion of this page. So I hit crop, and then I draw a box around the area that I want to crop. Then I double click OK, and now I have, now I have my crop page right here. Okay, so here is the original page, I did a duplicate, and here is the crop page. Okay, I decide later, hey, don't want this crop after all, I can just click on it, right mouse click, and then I can delete the page. Okay, and so lots of different things I can do. I can move pages around, insert, drag and drop, I can delete pages, I can split them, I can add watermarks, headers and footers, lots of different ways, and I can organize the PDF document. And then when I'm done, I can either take this and increase my viewable real estate, okay? So I can make the thumbnail viewer as big and small as I want, or I can just hit this hide button right here and it goes away. If I want it back, okay, I just click on the thumbnail button and I can toggle that both on and off. Okay, so we looked at organizing, and that's a very common workflow. Another common workflow is to annotate or provide comments on a PDF document. Okay, so let's go to the comment tab, and let's go over to another PDF so we can get a good place to add comments over here on page 6. Now, PDF is actually a very great way to provide comments or feedback, or if you're taking notes, okay? Either you're reading something and you want to take notes, or you're in a classroom or a conference or a seminar and you want to take notes just for yourself, or do you make comments to go back as feedback to the author of the document? Actually, PDF is a great way to do that, especially if you have a combination of things like text and diagrams and images and so forth. One of the things that I do all the time is when I interact with my web team is I'll create a PDF out of a web page, then I'll use the annotation or commenting capabilities in order to provide feedback. And not only is it easier and quicker for me to provide feedback, it also enables them to understand it correctly a lot more quickly, okay, and a lot more accurately. And so let's just look at this page right here. So I have text, I have a caption, I have an image. So let's just say I wanted to redistribute, so someone to edit this image and redistribute the planets. And so what I could do is hit the box, draw a box around here, and then hit a text box, say, and just put a note in right here, redistribute planets based on distance from the sun. Okay, because right now they're based on size, right? And so again, if I'm the author and I get this on the other side, I know I can very accurately understand this message and very quickly do that. So let's just look at, say I wanted to, let's just say I draw a circle around the sun here, then hit the arrow key, and then put in the text box, move title to left hand side. Okay, I can also, what's really great in the comment section is not only can I highlight text, but I can highlight an area. Okay, so say I just wanted to highlight not only this figure and this part of the image, okay? And so I can highlight not only text but an area, but I also have text markup capability, right? So here I do want to highlight this, the first sentence here. I also might want to provide a message to delete or strike through a certain sentence or a section of words. I can also and say instead of larger, I can say delete that and replace it with bigger, or let's say more massive planets, okay? And so I can do that as well. What I like to do if I have a bunch of different text or content that I want to put in as a comment, I'll use a note. Say I'll put the note right there, and then I can insert a bunch of text right here. And one of the great things is a scroll bar, which makes it easier for the reader of the comment to see, and I can also change the size of it as well. Okay, so little sticky notepads are also pretty convenient. Okay, I can also create, put in stamps and create stamps. I can also export or input comments as well. Okay, so very, very powerful way to, again, write notes for yourself or to provide feedback to somebody else. Okay, so again, the comment tab within the ribbon. So now let's say, I was an author, I sent this out for review, I got all these comments back, and now I want to edit the document. So let me just go to the next page, a little bit more cleaner, and we can start look at edit. Okay, so I hit the edit tab within the toolbar, and really what the philosophy here is, most documents are living documents, and I mean that they change over time. Information gets updated, it gets added, subtracted, it gets changed. And typically, when I create the document, I might create the content in Word, then I give it to someone else who lays it out, okay, into a nice format, and with the images and diagrams and so forth, and then convert it into PDF. And then when I want to change it, I got to go through that whole process again. So I got the file in 3 different file formats. So it's it's always a challenge to make sure that I don't make change in one file format, not the other. And so now you have version control issue, or sometimes that one person who can do the layout is busy and I can't make my change right away. And so we built in editing capabilities into PhantomPDF. So basically, once you already have the PDF and you need to make changes, you can just keep it in the PDF and make all the changes right here by giving you, word processor-like capabilities, but also ways to change the layout as well. Okay, so it's even more than word processor. It's kind of like word processor and layout software, together. So let's take a look at that. And so here I have this paragraph here, and let's say I want to insert some text here. So I hit the edit, and you'll see around all the text blocks, I'll call them, now you see a gray box. And that's Phantom's way of telling you that these are text here, and you can edit that text, so you can change it, right? And so let's just say I wanted to add a new sentence in here, and so I'll add a new sentence in this position. Okay, as you can see, like a word processor, all the other text reflows and reformats. Okay, and so therefore I can easily change text. Now, what else can I do? So let me select the text in this first paragraph here. Having trouble getting the S here. I can change the font. Okay, if I like Times New Roman, I can make the font bigger, or I can make it smaller. Okay, I can make it bold. I can underline it, or italics, as well as underline. I can strike through it. I can say if I wanted to add something like a footnote, so I can put in a 1, select it, and then make it a superscript or a subscript. Okay, there. I can also change, let's say, something I want to add emphasis to, say that new sentence that I put in. And so what I can do is change the color of it. Let's say I wanted to make it red so it stands out. Okay. Again, I can select this text here. And I can make it centered, okay, or I can make it right justified, or left justified, okay. I can indent it, okay, or get rid of the indent. If I want to make this a bullet, I can add a bullet here, okay, and make this paragraph a bullet. If I wanted to change the line spacing, let me go back and select that text. And so I want to make this, let's just say 1. And so when I hit return, you'll see that the line spacing changed. Okay, and so a lot of different ways that I can edit this text. Okay, so now we edit the text. We can also do things like edit the layout as well. And so I will put my cursor over the edge of the box, and now I can move this box wherever I want. Okay, and so if I wanted to change the location of this text, I can do that. Okay, one of the things that I can also do is change the left, right, top, and bottom margins. So I put my cursor over, see the little box that's there, my cursor changes, and now I can make this wider. And so I can change the layout as well, either by moving the text or changing the margins. Okay, and I can make it bigger or I can make it smaller. Okay, so again, kind of the power and the capabilities of a word processor and a layout software. So again, once I have it in PDF, I can keep it in PDF and do all my edits here. Okay, now that we've edited and annotated or commented on PDFs, let's kind of put some things together. Let's just say I'm an author of a document, I send it out for review, and right now I would attach it to an email and send it to 10 different people. Let's say they all write comments back, they send them back, so now I got 10 different sets of comments and 10 different files, and I got to put it all together, and no one can see all the comments except for me, so there's no collaboration whatsoever. And it's also a lot harder for me to put all those things together. And so there's got to be a better way than that. And so that's why we developed something called shared review. Okay, so let me go to the Share tab and open up another file here. Here we have the fiscal year 2015 budget for the U.S. government. I'm sure this gotten a lot of review. And so now with a shared review, I can choose the Send for Shared Review button. And so I'll click on that, and then I'll put in a shared storage space, a server name and a folder name. Okay, I can use the browse button or I can just type it in. So an area that everyone has access to. Okay, I can send an email out with a link. They click on that link, and they'll automatically be brought to the PDF for the shared review. Okay, then I can save my configurations here. And then I'll hit the next button, and then it'll ask me for a list of email addresses to send it out to. Okay, and so it's a little bit harder to do this live in a demo, and so I've already sent one out, and I have the capability to track those. And so I'll hit the tracker. And so here you see my budget review. I'll click on that, and then I'll click on the View Comments. And so now this tells me that the review is ended, okay, and I did get some comments. And so now I have the PDF open that's present on that server that everybody shared. Okay, and so as you can see here, this document is 218 pages, so it's rather long, and I'd rather not go through each page to see if there was a comment on it. And so I go over to the left-hand side here. Remember, here was a thumbnail sketch. And so I go down and it says View Document Comments. So I click on that, and now I see I have comments on 2 pages. And so I'll expand both of these open, and you can see that Laura gave me a comment on page 20 and Brian on page 167. So I'll just click on this, and now it brings me to the page in question, and I see Laura's comment. As you can see, Laura just used the commenting capability that's available in the Comment tab, okay, and she provided me a comment, change of 28 million to 29.5 billion, okay. And then I can click on this, and I can see Brian's comment, update revenue for the new tax code, and then I just replied again using the comment capability, yes, I'll update these numbers today. And so the great thing is I have all the comments in one place, both Laura's and Brian's, and they can see each other's comments and my replies. So everyone can be looking at the same file with all the same comments on it. And so that greatly enhances people's ability to collaborate when developing documents. And you can always develop better documents when you collaborate. You know, the power of collaboration is very, very powerful. And so therefore, we can all collaborate using shared review in order to build better, more accurate documents. And I can do it quicker, right? So I don't have to deal with multiple files. They're all in one. And then I can save the archive copy. And so I have a copy with all the comments in it before I go and edit it to make all the updates. Okay. Now, if I don't have a common storage area. I can also do an email review. Okay, an email review isn't as good as a shared review in that all the reviewers cannot see each other's comments. However, the advantage of it into using PhantomPDF instead of just doing it yourself is when I use an email review with PhantomPDF, whenever someone replies to the email with their comments, what it'll do is it'll condense or combine all the different files together, and so I have all the comments in one file, okay, instead of multiple separate files. And so that makes things a lot easier for me, okay? And so I don't get the same collaboration benefits of the shared review, but that's a big benefit of just emailing it out myself. And so really the best thing, if you can, is to use shared review if you have a storage space that everybody can access. Okay, so now let's move on. We talked a lot about documents. Now let's move on to forms, okay? And one of the great things about PDF is interactive PDF forms. And so here I have the highlight field turned on, and PhantomPDF will highlight all the interactive forms that I have. Okay, now interactive means I can just click on any interactive form and I can fill it in. Okay, it's very, very easy. Oh, I can also use the tab key. I can also do things like click buttons or dialog boxes and so forth. So it makes it very easy for me to fill out these forms. So what's a non-interactive form? I'm sure you've gotten plenty of non-interactive forms, right? And so here's an example of one. I go to click on it and nothing happens, right? Nothing's highlighted, nothing happens. Okay, so this is a non-interactive form, so what do? I have to print it out. I got to hand fill it in, scan it back in again, and then it's usually a massive file, right? You know, and then I can go send it back or send it to whoever the person is that I have to send it back to. Now, if you're the recipient of one of these, again, you can convert this to an interactive PDF, and we'll show you that in a few minutes. But if you don't want to go through that time, let me show you a little trick to use. Instead of, again, printing it out and going through all that, go to Comment and go to Typewriter. Now with Typewriter, I can just point where I want to type and then just fill this thing out, okay? And the box will disappear after I'm done. Now I can select this annotation in case it's not in the right exact place I want it to be. And now I can fill it out. Again, it's not as good as interactive, but I can still fill it out and save it, okay, and email it back or upload it, whatever I have to do without having to print it out and scan it, okay? And so again, you want to use the typewriter button for that, okay? But what's really would be a lot better if I was the author of this form is to make it interactive, and it's really quick and easy to do. So let's look at that. And so I have this form, and let's look at state. So state, maybe I want a combo box where I can pull down and everyone can choose what state that they want, right? So here's the different options for the form fields that I have. And so I hit combo box, designer assistant. It helps me discover the form field. So I just click on here, then I hit all properties, right? So I go into options and I put in state, and I add that one. Let's say I put in California, where located, and let's just say New York. I put that together, and then I close it, and then I go out of edit mode. Okay, so here you see the form field that I just created. Here you see the pull down, and then I can hit California, and there I am. Okay, so let me go to another copy of that. Okay, and let's just say I wanted these all to be the same type of form field. Let's just say a text field. So I hit that. Instead of hitting Designer Assistant, I just run Form Field Recognition. Okay, and now all my what possible form fields are not only created, but they're also labeled. Okay, and so I can just get rid of the ones that I don't want. Sometimes this will happen to you, sometimes it won't. Okay, so now it'll, in terms of tabbing through fields, it'll just go from top to bottom. Okay, so let's just say I want to edit the order in which things are tabbed. Okay, so I just go to this button right here, Manage Form Fields. Okay, and let's say I want to start off with name, but then go to country second, then street address. Okay, so right now it'll just go from top to bottom. Okay, so now I want to change that. I select country, I drag and drop it to be number 2. Okay, and then I go back into edit mode. So I go from name, then to country, then to street, city, and state, right? And so I can use this to change the order. Also, more advanced, we won't go through it in this demo, but I can also use JavaScripting to actually capture the data that's input to a form. Maybe I hit a submit, create a submit button, and when the user clicks on submit, it can take or extract the data through the JavaScripting and then put it into a database, a flat file, whatever you want to have in the backside. So you can determine that through your JavaScript. And so if you know how to JavaScript or know someone that does, that makes for a very powerful way to basically get the data out of a PDF form and put it again to some central database or flat file, wherever you want to store it, where you can do some analysis and so forth to it later. Okay, and so again, creating forms pretty quick and easy. And now let's look at ways in which we can protect our PDFs, because that's one of the strong points of PDF is being able to protect files. So let's go back to that budget report. So say we're finished with this document. We got all the input and we've updated everything. And now we want to have this, and so either people can't edit it or the wrong people can't read it or keep it secure, whatever we want to do. And so now we'll go into password protect or certificate protect. They both work the same way where they'll protect a file, except one uses passwords to open it up and another uses a digital certificate. Most people use passwords, so let's open that up. So you got two levels of protection. You can use one or the other or both. Okay, the first one is you have to input a password in order to open the document. So I just put the password in here and confirm it, okay, and choose my encryption algorithm, okay, and then save it, and then I can post the document anywhere, and if someone double clicks on it, it'll ask them for a password. If they know it, it'll open the file, and if it doesn't, it won't open the file. We'll keep it encrypted, and so it's a way to protect it. Another way, again, you can use both or one or the other, but this is a very popular thing, is document restrictions. Again, it's password protected, okay? And so here I specify the actions and what which people can do to this file. So say I want to post it, anybody can read it, okay, but I don't want anyone to change it, okay? So I'll allow them to print it, okay? I'll allow them to extract, but you can't modify, you can't change it around or anything like that. Okay, no modification, but you can print and you can extract. You can take something out of it if you want to, okay, by cut and paste. And then I hit OK, and you see that the permissions are updated here. And then in order to modify the document, you have to put in this password. If you don't have this password, you can only read it or print it or extract. Okay, and so pretty popular ways to protect. Also, as part of protection, is signing documents. Okay, so let me go back to my W-9 form. I can scroll down, and here you can see a signature field. And so the most popular way is to do a digital signature. You can get one of those from a third-party signature authority like a VeriSign. So I click on here. I say place a signature. It kind of lets me draw a box here, and I let go, and I say sign. Oop, I got a password I got to put in. So it's password protected, and so people who have physical access to your computer can't just sign it for you. They have to have the password, and I put the password in correctly. Hope I remember it this time. Yep, there it is. And then I want to save it. Let's call it signed, and I can put it on my desktop and save. Okay, and so there is my PDF document. Okay, and it's signed. Now, the reason why it's in protect, because you don't want to sign a document and then have someone change something in it, right? And so within your signature, you can dictate what changes people can make, right? So if I go back to edit, you'll see all the edit capabilities are grayed out, okay? Because the protection within this digital signature says don't change it, don't edit it after I sign it, because someone can change, the price or terms and conditions of a contract. Okay. So let me go over this one right here. And so other ways that I can sign documents, I can use DocuSign, which will upload this open document to the DocuSign cloud, so I can log in, sign, and send via DocuSign. Or you can use something called PDF Sign, where I can import, again, password protected. I can import basically my handwritten signature, and then I can just double click it wherever I want, and there I have my actual signature, handwritten signature, to be part of that document there. Okay, and so different ways that you can sign PDF documents. Okay, so the last thing we'll look at now is to share information from PDF documents to other file formats. Okay, and we can do that using the Convert tab. Okay, and here we have export. So we can export to Office, to an image, to HTML, or to plain or rich text, right? So two different things that I can do. Let's just say let me go into select text here. I just want to copy and paste this second paragraph here. So I do a Control-C, again, the Microsoft Windows clipboard, and then I can go into Windows and hit Control-V, and there I go. And again, I can edit this just like any other Word document. But say I just want to export this whole thing, right? I don't want to cut and paste every page of the document. So I can go into Export to Word, okay, and I got to save it somewhere. Let me save it on my desktop. Then you can see in the bottom right-hand corner, it's going through the export process, so taking it out of PDF and changing it over to Microsoft Word. Okay, so here's my Word document here with the text that I've extracted from my PDF document. Okay, and so again, this is a great way to share information in PDF documents in other file formats. Okay, so that's all we have time for today. I'd like to thank you for attending the PhantomPDF overview demo webinar. I hope you learned a lot about PhantomPDF, the fast, affordable, and secure PDF solution. Additional information can be obtained from our website or from our Customer Support Center. The Customer Support Center can be contacted via email at support@foxitsoftware.com or by phone at 1-866-MY-FOXIT or 866-693-6948. If you'd like to see an archive of this webinar or have a colleague view it, you can go to the Foxit webinar page. So that's if you go to the home page, www.foxitsoftware.com, go down, hit the support button or the pull-down menu, and you will see the Foxit webinar series there. Click that button and you can sign up for a future webinar, or you can see an archive of this webinar. So thanks again, everyone, and have a wonderful day.